The first trailer for Black Panther just dropped yesterday, and I'm calling it the first trailer because the last trailer that we got was actually a teaser trailer. So I'm going to break this thing down for you guys, let you know what I found, what I thought, maybe some theories in there, and as always, there is that potential for spoilers. This is all conjecture on my part, but let's get started. The trailer starts out with a shot that we got in the first teaser trailer with all these waterfalls, and it's really cool, but we get this ship flying through it this time, which is cool. But it looks a little too similar for me to like Asgardian kind of technology. I don't know how I feel about it yet, and I'll get back to it in a minute. During all these first few shots, we get this dialogue from a character who I think is Martin Freeman's character, saying, "I've seen gods fly," and all this other stuff, and it's basically just talking about all the other Marvel characters that we've seen. That's pretty much it. I honestly don't know what's going on here or where this is, but I'm pretty sure this is Michael B. Jordan's character sitting down. Beyond that, I have no idea. Then we get this big, long, sweeping shot of these like 3 ships flying around this thing. It's cool looking, but again, it's like, it looks a little more like Asgard or something. Then we see Martin Freeman's character asking T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman's character, the Black Panther, he asks him, "How much more are you hiding?" And you know, Chadwick Boseman, T'Challa, just kind of does this like turn, like, you know, I can't tell you that. And that was a cool look. I don't know why. It's just a really subtle scene. It's just like, yeah, this guy's cool. Now here's where the trailer takes a turn, in my opinion, for the worse. It gets into this like really hip-hoppy rap song, and it's cool sounding at first, but it gets kind of annoying later, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But there's a shot of this ship, another ship. We've seen more shots of ships than characters at this point. And this ship flies toward a mountain, but it turns out that this mountain is a hologram. I don't like that. I get the idea that they want to be like, this is a hidden country and nobody can find it, but I don't know, that technology just seems a bit, I don't know, it seems too outworldly, otherworldly, and alien, and Asgardian, and magical. I don't know, I don't like it. Also, I love Denai in The Walking Dead. She's one of my favorite characters, but in this, I don't know how I feel about her. Her accent's it feels a little forced, obviously, because, I mean, Chadwick Boseman's accent seems a little forced. I hate the way that she's flying this jet, because that just seems very inefficient. I mean, she's having to hold her hands up the entire time while flying. She doesn't get to rest her hands on anything, so that's gotta get tiring on your shoulders. I don't know if there's autopilot on these ships. I would assume that there is, because with all that technology, there's got to be some kind of autopilot. But the fact that she's controlling with her palms and there's no physical control pad or panel or whatever, I don't like that. That would get really annoying to me if I was ever flying that. It looks stupid, to be honest. It really does. We get a couple shots of the city and another shot of a ship landing. And then we see T'Challa kind of walking out of the ship and all the soldiers kind of doing their little salute. That's cool. It's a cool salute. But I don't know. It's just nothing spectacular quite yet. Then we get to see T'Challa's mother. That's cool. And she basically just says, "It is time." What? Time to become the king. It's because his father just died back in Captain America Civil War. So that basically just tells me that this is a sequel to Captain America Civil War. It takes place after that. Yes, it's a standalone Black Panther movie, but at the end of Captain America Civil War, Captain America and Bucky, the Winter Soldier, were both in Wakanda. They were being taken care of by T'Challa. So that just begs the question, are either of them going to be in this movie? I think that would be cool, but I have my doubts that they would ever do that. We'll have to wait and see. Now this fight scene looks awesome, and I wish that we were shown more of it, but I have a feeling they're not showing us that much more of it because it's going to be short. That's just my theory. I don't know who this woman is. I'm assuming it's a love interest for T'Challa. But she basically just says, you could decide what king you want to be. And I don't know, it's like he was on the right path. He was doing fine. I mean, his father was a good king, right? That we know of. Maybe he wasn't loved by his people. I don't know. This is one of my favorite shots of the trailer because for some reason I always love when the character that plays the hero is standing outside of the suit, but the suit is like already set up, looking like somebody's in the suit. That's always weird to me. I don't know how they do that. But it's always cool to see them looking at basically themselves. This is their suit that they always wear to battle. And it's just cool. It's a cool concept, and I love this shot. And then this interchange between Denai and Chadwick Boseman. It's don't freeze, I never freeze. I guess it's cool. I don't know. And then he throws these little morphing balls at cars that we don't see what happens to the cars, but we can only assume that it's either going to track the cars or destroy them. Or disable them. I don't know. We get another look at Michael B. Jordan's character, who he's playing a villain in this movie. And Marvel's doing this thing again where they take a character from a failed Fantastic Four movie and putting them in another Marvel movie. Because it's like, hey, we like this actor, but that movie that they were in didn't work out, so let's put him in another movie. That's what they did with Chris Evans. He was the Human Torch in Fantastic Four. And again, they take the Human Torch from Fant Four Stick and put him in this movie. It's that role that they love, apparently, and it's those movies that always fail and that we have to salvage something from. And it's like, you know what? We like this actor. Let's bring him on board somewhere else. This is where I gotta ask, what is Black Panther's powers? Does he have like the same abilities as Captain America, Steve Rogers, and Bucky? Did he get some kind of shot or that vaccine or whatever it is that Bucky got, that Captain America got? Does he have those kind of abilities? Because he was able to basically outrun them and in Captain America Civil War. And he jumps really far in this movie trailer. So, you know, there's more to talk about his powers later in this trailer that I don't know, I don't feel quite right about, but yeah, that'll be in a couple minutes. I have a feeling this shot where he's looking at the tree and the panthers, it's gonna be more of a dream sequence. I highly doubt that this will be like actually in the movie, unless it's part of like his ritual as being a king. He's gotta go visit the panthers. I don't know, but I have a feeling the way it's lit, it looks like a dream sequence to me. What is going on here? The car parts are like glowing purple. It's like a wireframe of a car almost. It kind of reminds me of like Wonder Woman Invisible Jet or something like that. But I mean, from what we see in the trailers, it's like this car is being materialized around her to be vibranium or adamantium, whatever you want to call it. They call it vibranium in this universe because they can't call it adamantium. It's building around this car that I think this is T'Challa's sister who's driving this, and I don't know. I don't know. I always hate it when movies take such a huge leap in their technology. That's what I didn't like about from Iron Man to Iron Man 2. He went from having computer screens to having holograms everywhere and like interactive holograms. I didn't like that. That's what they're doing in this one, except they never really showed us the early stages of the technology there. Again, we get Michael B. Jordan's character. He's looking like super buff right now. It's cool. I have no idea what's going on with his skin. I don't know if that's like his suit or something that happened to him in the movie or what, but he's all like bumpy. I don't know how else to explain it, but he's all bumpy and it's weird. But this is where the song choice really rubs me the wrong way, because you hear Michael B. Jordan's character talk, but it's like, okay, wait, is this part of the lyrics in the song, or is this actually the character talking? Yes, it's revealed that it's the character talking, but again, that's the problem with choosing a song that has lyrics for a trailer, especially a rap song, because I have to be honest, I'm not a big fan of rap. But when your lyrics sound more like you're just talking, and then in the movie you want to add dialogue of people talking, there's gonna be some confusion. And the first time watching it, I was a bit confused. I'm like, whoa, wait, do I need to rewind that because I wasn't really paying attention? Another shot of ships, but this time they're fighting and shooting rockets at each other. That's cool, I guess. I don't know. It just doesn't really work for me in this type of movie. I feel like it needs to be more small and intimate of a story and more fistfights and cool action scenes like that, not dogfights in the sky. But we'll have to wait and see. I mean, it still looks cool, but it just doesn't, to me, it doesn't feel like it fits the movie. Like in Spider-Man, he had to get on the plane, but he wasn't flying a plane attacking the other plane. So, yeah, I don't know, it just doesn't really work for me. Again, more dogfight scenes of ships flying. There's a lot of that in this trailer. In my opinion, too much. We hear this voiceover from Chadwick Boseman saying, "What happens now determines what happens to the rest of the world." And I don't know, we haven't really seen anything that basically says like world-ending apocalypse or anything, which I like, but the idea of that line just doesn't fit what we've seen so far in the trailer. It's still a pretty grounded movie. Yes, the technology's way too advanced, but it's still a pretty grounded movie, and it's a close-knit, smaller movie, which I like. That's what worked about Spider-Man Homecoming, is it wasn't trying to be extravagant. There was no sky beam. There better not be a sky beam in this movie, because it would make no sense, especially from what we've seen in the trailers. I want it to just know what it is. I want this movie to know what it is, and I want it to stay small and build this character up. We want to know this character more and what he has to deal with at home, and how he's going to fit into Avengers Infinity War, because that is the next movie after this. So there needs to be some type of reveal in that movie if we don't get something in Thor Ragnarok, which I assume we will. Also, we've seen these few shots before, but this shot is really cool. It shows Michael B. Jordan, pulling out his sword, knives, whatever, but his clothes start like disintegrating off of him, revealing his suit, which looks very similar to the Black Panther suit, but he's actually called the Golden Jaguar, which, that's cool, but their suits are pretty darn similar. There's only a slight variation. So when you see them from far away, if they ever do a really wide shot of them fighting, you're not going to know who's who until they go closer. So it's like, okay, I don't know who's fighting. That'd be like Iron Man fighting against another red and gold character. They never did that because they knew that would be difficult to tell the difference. In the first Iron Man, the Ironmonger was gigantic and much bigger and just like steel colored, gray colored. In Iron Man 2, Whiplash was again just gray colored, and you could tell the difference between him because of his weapon choice. Okay, while this shot is really cool, they used it as the money shot in the teaser trailer. We've already seen it, so it's like, all right, that's cool, but it's not as impactful anymore. Unless you haven't seen the teaser trailer, then it's impactful. But I've seen it, and I'm pretty sure you have seen it, so it's not as impactful as it could or should be. So obviously they did add purple to the Black Panther's suit so that we can tell the difference between Black Panther and the Golden Jaguar. That's cool. But this fight scene, what the heck are they fighting near? This is like the Wakandan subway or something. I don't know. But it's hovering. It's not on a track. And it's gonna be intense because it could be the climax of the movie. I don't know. But it'll be a cool fight scene. I guarantee it. But it reminds me too much of Spider-Man 3 when Spider-Man's fighting the Sandman and all the subways are driving around. And that's what it reminds me of. And that wasn't a great movie. Oh, look, another shot of a ship. There's a lot of that in this trailer. A lot. Deny is kicking butt, and that is cool. But then we get this other shot. I think I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. These movies are really just a lot of movies. It's not just Marvel movies. It's like every movie now has to do like a 0G stunt. Every action movie. The Mummy did it, I guess. I haven't seen it, but from the trailer, they did a scene with 0Gs where they're just tumbling around, no, weightless. And it looks like they're doing it again because it looks like they're in space. I don't know. Maybe they're in some kind of different dimension. I have no idea what's going on here, but it's a 0G scene. I mean, it does look more like they're falling, but it's still, they don't have anything to stand on. They're just falling. 0Gs. Negative Gs, really. We hear Denai say, Wakanda forever, that's cool. But then we get this shot. I think that's Michael B. Jordan's character holding this other guy by the hair or something. And he's just like screaming victory or something. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on here. Maybe he's taken over somewhere else and he's become the leader of this place. I have no idea. Oh look, it's Tron. We're going to Tron World. I honestly have no idea what that is. It looks like a Tron disc to me. So Andy Serkis' character, Ulysses Claw, has a new hand. That's cool, because his arm got cut off, like I said earlier. This one is robotic, and it can transform to be like a gun, an energy gun or something. I don't know. Yes, he's filthy rich because Ultron in Avengers Age of Ultron made him filthy rich to buy some of the vibranium off of him. I don't like it, but whatever. Here is where I gotta question Black Panther's abilities and powers. He runs against gravity. He gets thrown toward this building. Yeah, I can understand like doing a wall run, but he's like, he lands and then runs, and he's not like trying to keep himself level. He's just running straight because the camera's tilted, but it doesn't work for me. And then he does this like 100-foot jump to grab onto the car. He puts his hand in the rim of the car, and I don't care who you are. A car is driving really fast. You can't put your fingers in there, and I don't care what kind of metal you have on your suit. It's gonna break your fingers. It's gonna torque them in a way that your body is not meant to go. And but he's able to like grab in there and tear apart the wheel. That doesn't work for me. I don't like it because it's like, that is impossible. Because I gotta say it, I gotta sidetrack, because in Man of Steel, when Superman is fighting Zod, they're flying around destroying the city, which would never happen. Yes, they have a lot of velocity and a lot of power, but they don't weigh thousands or hundreds of pounds. They only weigh at maximum like 250. So them causing explosions flying through a building at a high velocity does not make sense, because eventually their body weight would not be able to go that fast. They would eventually stop. Certain walls would not break under their weight. I don't care how fast they're going. Eventually they will be stopped. That just bothered me. And this one, it's going the same direction. Oh, because he's got a vibranium suit and he's really strong, he can stick his fingers in a spinning car wheel and not be torqued out of your arm be torqued out of socket or something. That just bothers me. That's what I gotta say. It's just... And while this is a cool shot, I don't understand why the trailer ends there. It's not necessarily a money shot. And I guess the other shots right before this with him jumping on the car were kind of money shots. But it doesn't seem right to me. It's like, okay, we're gonna see a fight here soon, and that's what the idea behind that shot is, to end it there. It's like, there's gonna be a fight scene and you're gonna wanna see it because it looks sweet. But I don't know, it's weird. It's a weird way to end a trailer. It's a cool shot again, but it's not a money shot. So that's the trailer. That's all I got. To be honest, this trailer was a bit underwhelming. I personally liked the teaser more than this trailer because This trailer was made specifically with shots of those ships flying around and shooting at each other. That was like the majority of the trailer. There wasn't as much Black Panther as those ships, as far as I know. I mean, I haven't gone through and counted every second of each one, but that's how I saw it. It was more focused on their technology and what they can do now, because, you know, this is Wakanda. They're cool. They're awesome. They have technology that we've never heard of. And the song did not help. I wanted it to be more of an orchestral score, to be really like just cool, impactful, more of a superhero type of trailer than just a hip-hop rap song. That's my 2 cents. But that is the trailer, and that's all I got for you guys. It comes out in February. I'm excited for February because not only does this movie come out, and I'm excited for this movie, but that is when my baby is due. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty big month, and I don't know if or when I'm going to be able to see this movie. That's the problem. I'm excited for this movie, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it opening weekend or if I'm going to have to wait a week or two to go see it finally. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, February is going to be awesome. But if you like this video, be sure to give it a big old thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button so you can be notified when we upload new content. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.